So, Carmen, what do you mean by polyphonic?
Um, it's a musical term and it relates to different voices and different voices singing their own note, their own. I mean, I'm not a musician, I hasten to add here, Serge, but my understanding of the idea of it is that these different voices are finding a way to make a multiple sound that actually has some coherence. But what it requires is for each person to take responsibility for their own voice. And I think that's part of my understanding of what a professional body like EABP is doing, is it's making a space for each person to have responsibility for their own voice and to learn how to listen to the other voices in order to not make a homogeneous sound, but to make a polyphonic sound that has the depth and levels of the multiple voices.
Yeah.
And that's really what I think body psychotherapists and somatic psychotherapists are in a fairly unique position to offer, because sometimes there's moments of the dissonance until you find how to hold all the different voices, which is a really good reflection of what we're supporting the client to do with their inner world, if you like, is to be able to find a way to hold all their different aspects of self. So that's why polyphonic has meaning for me.
Yeah. Wow.
It feels very rich and very truthful to the work that we do as body psychotherapists, as somatic psychotherapists, but also very truthful to the work of EABP.
Yeah. So as you say that, I want to highlight that it's, you said, each person taking responsibility for their own voice.
Yeah.
And so it's different from the sense of merging or from the sense of, say, being in a group of people who are singing the same thing and where you can disappear because in some way the absence of your voice will not be noticed because the others are there. Each voice is important. And you have to be listening to your own voice and expressing it, because otherwise something is going to be missing.
Yes.
You're also saying something about the fact that, you know, it, in the process of making it, it's not automatic. And there's going to be some moments of dissonance that are part of it. And you cannot have it without being able to stay with the dissonance in order to find the way to adjust and come to that harmony.
Yes, in a sense of the way we support a client to be with the pull or the tension that they're feeling between two polarized points in themselves. I want this, I'm scared of this, for example. And we're inviting them to sing the line, I want this, and to sing the line of, and fully inhabit while they sing the line of I want this and that I'm scared of this, in order to find what the emergent sound is if you really own both those statements and both those song lines.
So that's really a process of integration as opposed to a process of simplifying by eliminating.
And also taking responsibility for choosing what I don't say. But I think this idea of responsibility, which is very much influenced by my Gestalt training, but I see it in the work we do, that we are really making the space for the client to make choices about how they really want to sing their own song. And how they do that with others. And and that to me is a metaphor for the wider organization. Can we sing what we need to sing, and can we hear what the other is singing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I want to say, I'm not just talking about singing as in making song, but I'm also talking about, even if I was deaf and I'm signing, my language has musicality. The language of my hands would have musicality as I sign.
Yeah.
So it's about the musicality of communication as opposed to just vocalization.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's again, we're back to these layers of context, situation, and who people are, and needing to hear these terms in wider senses.
Yeah.
Yeah.